Hello, welcome back. I got some thaumaturgy done. I didn't actually look what this gives us because we want to get to 6. Or foul, but, okay. Glamour stuff, confusion, group luck, not bad. Gift of reason, very expensive in the base game. Probably not a huge amount we could use here. I mean, Soul Slayer we might make some use of with our god, right? If we get Mind Hunt up. Where is Mind Hunt again? Is that enchantment? No, it's evocation, right? We have that? Yeah, okay. So we might make use of the Soul Slayer at least. We'll keep going for Fowler anyway. Yeah, Fowler should be really good this game, right? It gives worldwide unrest, which we like, because it helps with chaos power. It diseases everyone. It combos nicely with Wrath of God, since everyone who gets hit by Wrath will then be more likely to get diseased immediately. Most of our units are demons, so they don't care about being diseased. And we also have disease heals from that witch site, so I don't usually think about this being a good global, but it seems like a great global in this game, so yeah. We should have that in 2 turns, that's pretty good. Besides that, I found a couple of small sites, nothing interesting. Makoni stole Mother Oak. So there's still 1 open slot in the global list, but Makoni now has Mother Oak. We glamoured into the Underwater Throne. Wanted to see if we could make much impact here with, what was it? Let's see. Astral Fires. Okay. I mean, would be better if it hit, like, in the blob and not, like, 1 guy out in front, but... Okay, sure. I mean, it does a little bit of damage to some guys. Probably not going to clear a throne out with that, though. But, you know, gave it a shot. Killed 7 things. I'll try one more time hitting this and see what we can do to it. It's worth seeing how effective a projection is against this stuff, because pretty much the same composition of army is right here belonging to Hinnom, so next turn we'll project at this stack, I think, and try and do something to it. So we'll test something different out. Got some blood slaves, Ubar has any profit. Couple of uninteresting events, I think. Some immigration, gems, unrest, gems, yeah. Did some patrolling, and lack of supplies in mag, surprisingly. Yeah, don't really have many supply items over here. Don't have any supply items over here, okay. Good to know. And that's it for messages. Yeah, next turn we'll be attacking, I think it has to be Hinnom, unfortunately. It's a bit more awkward to attack into them, but yeah, I mean, that gives us throne access, which Makoni really doesn't, do they? So, yeah. We'll just see what happens. So, we'll hit the throne again anyway, see if my god can do... this time I'm just going to cast buffs on ourselves, and I don't know, see if we can tank for a while and do... I'm not really sure what to use underwater to kill lots of units, is the thing. And we can't carry gems, so we can't, like, dump a bunch of phantasms into the battle either. I could just spam Horde of Skeletons, but I don't think that's going to do much against, like, 400 units. Maybe there's a good option? I don't know. But as it is, we'll just do Mirror Image. We'll give ourselves Awe, Bewilderment, which seems kind of cool. Dread. And then see if the... What does the chassis actually look like again? Where are you? So it retains Ethereal and resists. Oh, it has no protection though, and only 10 defense. Quite low magic resistance too. I mean, we'll buff up and just see what it can do anyway. Besides that, we're splitting up some stacks over here in Neotha. So we're going to have 3 squads that will be made up of Mantises, Serpent Fiends, Kooni, and then some kind of demon. Those will be our 3 main raiding squads. So they'll be in the Weald next month and then go to Vlax. But we'll probably just attack into all these provinces next month anyway. I'm going to move the stuff that's currently in Tianqi over. So we have a bunch of Ghana here still, all these demons. We're going to head to Trotton, where we have all of these units. So we've got more Palankasha, more Azarapa, ton of Rakshasa warriors. We got those fire drakes we got from an event, some serpent fiends, some footmen, handful of sand hyabalas. Yeah, so quite a lot of stuff. Meanwhile, we're going to move these guys into the Weald as well. There's some blesses nearby. There's too many H2s over here, but it's fine. It'll all make sense in a couple of turns when it's all together. But we've got raiding squads, we've got these guys as well. They can just attack into Vlex next month. There's stuff currently in Cliff Coast because all of our edge forts just produce junk, so... How many Azrapar is this? 46. Can attack Parched Expanse. And then our god could project onto Javalkish, I suppose, or some of those sorceresses could, while we project into Triton Sea. I did notice this is a 1 PD report, and we'll see the report for Javalkish next month, so if that's also 1 PD, we can just project a Sork at it, probably. So yeah, we'll just see how things go, but we'll start shoving units in next month. We'll also be quite close to Foul Erdan as well, which is cool. I'm moving some of the witches down to be nearby to heal mages if mages get diseased. I'm moving a water mage towards Jinport so that we can summon some Sea King's Court in a few turns. Oh, that's water 4 though. Okay, so it'd have to be the water 2 who comes down. He's making the second booster this month, the robe, so he'll be able to do that. I guess I could summon like a Naiad or something first. And then the Naiad could do trolls? That would have to be here though, since she's homesick. I mean, I guess the troll's walking a few turns is fine, isn't it? Let's see, whereas you might as well just stay here then, forge some coral blades. That's fine. But we'll have water 4 next month if we need it. I think the witches are all moving out. We're forging a bunch of boosters again, so we're on the next round of forging. So I'll make blood thorns every month. I'll make armor of twisting thorns every month if I can. Making earth boots every month. Winged helmets every month. We'll see if we can sustain that for a while. What else should I be doing? I think that's it for now. We can eventually, well, hopefully we can start forging the blood 5 boosters too. But, you know, it takes a minute. We've got to do all the steps first. We're at the Armor of Twisting Thorns step at the moment. So we can probably give that to someone and make something. I don't know. We'd have to put it on one of these guys, wouldn't we, with the B3? And then plus a Bloodthorn, they can make the other 2 boosters. Yeah, that's probably what we'll have to do first. But we'll just keep making Armor of Twisting Thorns every month, I guess. I think we get a discount on that as well. Yeah, so that's nice. Take advantage of the throne. So we're still doing forging, still doing summons as well. Moving stuff out. We'll hit Hinnom next turn. See if we can do anything to this throne meanwhile. Then we'll start trying to do something against this the turn after. I am, in Abolishing, going to summon a bunch of Ghana again, so these 3 guys are doing Host of Ghana. In fact, it should be you doing it instead, because you only have 1 booster. Gives us a bit more research. These guys are all holding the homunculus, which you can't take off, so... If I wanted to really min-max, I suppose I could... Oh, they don't even have an Alquil, so that's actually perfect. I could just move this to someone who's researching. Yeah, you guys who aren't currently blood hunting. Okay, we'll do some Host of Ghana. They might be able to fight okay underwater. I mean, they're ethereal, so... Where are the Ghana that we have? So these guys can go underwater. They're poor amphibians, but I mean, they're ethereal, so... We do 3 casts of that, that's 60 Ghana. That could fight, what, Mero underwater? There's 250 things here, but they're very low quality, so... It's hard to say how difficult this will be to fight. I'm wondering if just 60 Garner backed up by some long dead would be enough to kill this. But we'll see. So project here, build up here, forging, summoning, still spreading out blood hunters as you can see. Get foul hour up in 2 turns. I think that's it currently. Blood hunting looks like this. I haven't set up any new provinces yet, but we've got all the ones with labs have hunters in now, I think. Except this, we just built a lab in Noranthian to recruit these guys to be able to make Moonvine bracelets. But that just went up, so yeah. We'll start putting blood hunters here now. And that should be fine. Anything else? I think that's it, really. It's still just lots of prep. We're in what, turn 60 now? I think it's like a turn 90 Cataclysm though, right? So we can take things a little bit slowly. Next month we'll start splitting up units again even further. We'll roll a giant stack out as well from Trotton to the Weald, which will go straight to Bear Plenty probably, or Misty. I mean, Misty's currently empty. So if we went straight from Lex to Misty Forest, we'd split his territory in half. And then we could head straight for the throne, I suppose. What throne is that? Oh, Knowledge, okay. That's interesting. Doesn't do a huge amount for us immediately, but nice to have. Might help our research, I suppose. 120 gold sages with a depth research rate. Maybe this is useful to us as well, I don't know. I think we have most of the things we need now. I think these guys are supposed to have blood now. Because, like, the path just got shoved in, I don't know. Alright, I'm not supposed to take my turn again, so I'm just rambling, but I think that's everything for now. Still doing site searching a little bit. I might start scaling that back a bit more. Him income's reasonably healthy these days. 21 glamour, 19 death. That's quite good. Anyway, that's it for turn 60. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Lots of messages as usual. Still not getting attacked though, which is good. Herald from Ubar looks like... I think Ubar's been AI for a long time. So they're just sending non-aggression packs or whatever. I don't think I even know where Ubar is on the map. We did some summons. I think we've almost stopped. Yeah, this is the last turn I'm going to do site searching spells, I think. We'll give up on that for now. Don't think we found anything either. So that's fine. We did project ourselves into the unknown again. This time just self-buffing to make ourselves as hard to hit as possible. And then, yeah, so our god is down here. He's got a bunch of mirror images. He's got ore. He's ethereal from being a projection. There was also Shroud of Bewilderment. I don't think that has an icon, or how it works exactly. I think maybe the Dread buff was unnecessary, but who knows. Either way, once we've done all the buffs, even though we have 1 hit point, it's pretty hard for these guys to hit us. And the god starts doing terror. Ephemeral Blast, okay. Not quite what I'm looking for. Let's see. 1-6 fatigue. Kind of sad that he loses innate spellcaster, huh? I guess, I mean, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Because he's projected as a demi-lich, but because he's a projection, he has 12 combat speed. Does that mean he could move around the map? I don't know. Whatever. He does Ephemeral Blast, and then he does Shockwave. It's a bit better, but it hits some of the big units first, who have quite a few hit points. Then clears out some of the mermen. Lost most of his mirror images now. Ah, then he gets trampled. Okay, that's a shame. But, you know, all in all, just buffing and letting him cast his own spells. Cleared out 21 things. I mean, that's what? That's, what's 21 of 296? It's less than 10%. Call it 7%. I don't know exactly what it is. It's like 7% of the units on the throne. That's not bad, right? You keep spamming that. Probably not going to keep spamming that, though. Cool, quite a few blood slaves. Saw a battle in Assad between TNN and Yomi. That looks... Is that overkill? Yeah. So, I think Yomi's out as well. Wrath of God is hitting people. Events, we got some gold, some gems, some gold, and some random gems. Not bad. And we're starving in Trotton. Yeah, starvation's going to be an issue. I'm going to start forging bags of wine every month again. We'll just start dropping them over if we can. Otherwise, though, that's it for messages. And yeah, let's stop site searching and start attacking Hinnom. So let's go over a couple of basic things first. Just up, maybe Makoni would have been a fine target. I actually looked at the thrones. They do have 2 thrones. They have the Throne of Dreams, which must be this one. So underwater. That's actually... I mean, I guess we could have put something together here to attack that. I mean, maybe this guy. This guy? This stack. Give them some water-breathing items. They also, I realized they have a throne. It's underground. I forgot there's like a whole cave layer we haven't really looked at very much. I need to remember that. So they would have been a fine target. Let's stick with the original. Well, I say original. I don't know how many times I went back and forth on this. Let's stick with attacking Hinnom anyway. I think Hinnom is better in the late game. The game's already getting pretty late. I think they're quite small though, right? I think they had a rough start given how they had to expand. Let's try and wrap up Hinnom quickly. Try and take this throne and take this throne off them. And then from there we can attack Makoni. It does also look like Arco's gone AI. I wonder what happened to them. We don't really have a good view on this part of the map, which is I assume this is where like Ubar, Yomi, and Arco all are. So I don't really know what the story is over there. I mean, Makoni did just steal a global from Arco, right? We certainly can't see any units over here. It might be a good idea to try and ninja some of their stuff too, if we can. But, okay, focus. What was I going to talk about? Yeah, Makoni has some thrones. We will hit our research target next month, so our god can cast Foul Air. After that, it's not long before we get Conjuration, so we'll be able to use some of our biogems to start making Flame Spirits. My god can start... Well, he can make one of those, and then the Flame Spirits themselves can... Yeah, take over summoning more Flame Spirits. In fact, should I have used my god to make a Skull of Flame? Can you do that? Oh yeah, you could have done that. Would have been nice to do that over on the throne, but oh well. Yeah, we'll hit our research target anyway. We'll get up Foul Air. We'll get the Conjuration boxed off in 2 more turns. We'll make a Sea Troll, well, Sea King's Court. Maybe twice. We've got plenty of water gems. We'll use the Sea King and the Sea Trolls and those Garners we just summoned and some Undead. We'll wrap up the underwater stuff, hopefully. So that's all fine. After that, it's just back into blood magic. We're at the point now where I think we can pretty much do any blood spell we want. We're making Blood Thorns and Armor of Thorns every month. And a Winged Helmet every month. And I'm making... Oh, there's the Armor of Thorns. And I'm making an Armor of Souls this month. And then, yeah, I can also make Skulls as well, whatever they're called. Brazen Vessels. We got all the blood boosters. We got a B5 mage over here. We could easily get a blood 6. That's fine. I think Blood Vortex is blood 7, but you know, besides that, we can do most of the blood stuff we want to do. I can also start summoning Dakinis as well. I think these are B3, A3 mages, so there's no point, I don't think, ever recruiting these guys again. These are very expensive and worse than Dakinis. So, yeah. I think next turn we summon 2 Dakinis. We're also making Winged Helmets every month. Next month we'll summon 2 Dakinis. One will just sit here forging. The other one will probably move to Trotton and then just keep summoning more Dakinis. Along with all the other summons we're making. Probably. And then we'll try to just make all of the blood boosters and a winged helmet every month. I've also been making armors of... what are they called in this game now? 10 mils of displacement every month. I'm now going to try start making endless bags of wine every month. Because, yeah, we're going to start having food issues. Still making coral blades as often as possible. And I'm getting some more water boosters made for the trolls as well. And, yeah, I think that's it for, like, setup stuff. The next few turns should be pretty good for us. As long as all goes well. I don't think there's much else to say about, like, plans in the short term. I think everything else is still pretty much the same. So here's what we're forging currently. Nothing out of the ordinary there. So that brings us to attacking Hinnom. It is a bit awkward that it's such a tight choke here, but let's just press in as best we can. So you can see 3 ritual lines. These are just guys casting Project Self. Dathan appears to have 1 point of PD and no units. And Assist, I'm not sure. Presumably that's also 1 point of PD and no units. We'll find out, I suppose. Java Quiche is 1 point of PD and a unit, so slightly more difficult. So they're going to get hit by... Assist and Dathan are going to get hit by these 2 casters just doing Project Self. And yeah, I'm not scripting them. They can just do Mirror Image, Displace Body, Shroud of Bewilderment, and then cast spells. Since it's 1 point of PD, hopefully that's just fine. I mean, by the time the units get on them, they should be ready to just cast whatever they need to. It might be unnecessary though. Maybe it would be better, since it's only 1 point of PD, maybe it would be better to do summons in between these things, just so that they're actually getting cast. So we could do like, not Phantasmal Beasts, we can do like Ghost Wolves? 2 Illusionary Wolves. I was wondering about False Horror as well. Is that a good spell to use? Let's go with Ghost Wolves and False Horror, and we'll just see how they work. So we'll do Ghost Wolves first for 2 units, and then Mirror Image, and then False Horror, and then do the rest of the buffs because melee might be on us, and then we can just cast. Does that seem reasonable? I don't know. Let's do that anyway. We'll do that into the 1 point of PD provinces. Might be better to just spam Ghost Wolves, honestly, but whatever. We'll just do that and see how it goes. My god's hitting Yavel Quiche, so my god, I mean, is still just doing the same thing. So Mirror Image, Shroud of Splendor, Shroud of Bewilderment, and then spells. Again, I mean, we could do the same thing, right? I think projections are mindless, right? Am I right about that? Yeah, so if we do False Horror, Horror shouldn't attack us, I don't think. So we're completely safe to cast that, I believe. Would have been a nice thing to test, wouldn't it? I mean, let's see how that goes. Our god can just do False Horror. Let's see how he does. Yeah. So we'll hit those 3 with rituals. We are at the point now where we can do the blood ritual quite easily. Where is it? Or am I wrong about that? Rejuvenate ritual, 5 gates, blood rite. Horde from Hell. Oh, it's only level 5. Yeah, we can send Horde of Hell at provinces as well now, so... It's only 44 blood saves. That's only B4, so... We have quite a few casters over here who could do that now with a booster or 2. So if the projections don't work, the Horde of Imps will certainly take 1 point of PD provinces, so that's fine. But that's the ritual phase stuff we're doing. It's nothing crazy. Next up, we'll just move into these 2 provinces as well. So we got some Azrapas led by Kalamukas over here. Just attacking 2 Parched Expanse. Lex, we've got Palankashas, same thing though. Heading into there. And there's a giant stack moving into the Weald. all these groups have been set up as raiders, so they can press on if they need to. The rest of the stuff is, you know, I haven't scripted it yet, but I mean, there's just a bunch of junk here. There's all kinds of stuff. The main stack will just go straight from Vlex. Interestingly, Vlex threatens both Bay of Plenty and Misty Forest, so once the big stack's there, it's like, oh, whichever one looks easier, we can do. We'll have 2 scouts in Dathan next month, so we can have a scout on Bay of Plenty and a scout of Misty Forest as we keep scouting out Hinnom. So that's all fine. There's not much to see yet, because it's just projections and these 2 small groups. The main army will come up behind. We're a bit vulnerable here to, like, a bunch of people just dropping, like, ritual crap on us, but, you know, we'll do what we can to protect ourselves from that. It's a big army, though. We do have some flying units, too. I could shove out the fire drakes right into the front. So whatever hits us in the ritual phase, we'll have to deal with poison and fire damage. Ezrapas are pretty fast too, right? We can also have a group of Ezrapa who are pushed all the way forwards on attack immediately. But yeah, we're going to have a giant blob here next turn. It's just going to lumber in. Yeah, but the goal will be to take the Thrones off Hinnom and crush them quickly, and then maybe scoop up some Arco stuff if they're dying. And then maybe go straight after Makoni and try and get their thrones. And in the meantime, hopefully Agartha doesn't attack us. I think they've moved stuff off our border though, right? I seem to remember there was a larger stack in Dural or something, or I don't know. I think they had more than just these 2. These guys are just sitting in a throne anyway, so they're probably just defending themselves against us. So, I don't know, it feels like good timing maybe? TNN's doing something over here. Maybe Agartha's going to go after TNN? I think when we attack Hinnom, the person we have to worry about is Makoni. I think they'll get asked to attack us by Hinnom, if I had to guess. So yeah. I haven't increased blood hunting recently. We're still just blood hunting the same provinces, but so far it's fine. We do have a few B1s just sitting around researching at the moment, so our research is holding steady around 854, even though quite a few guys are just moving out this month. So that's pretty good. The Summon Factory, all these B2s and their friends, are also just researching at the moment. If they weren't researching, what would we be on? Still 714, it's not too bad. We've disabled summoning this turn because we gave a bunch of blood slaves to these guys to carry into battle. So we're still hovering around 209. Next month we'll summon 2 Dakinis. I think that's what, like 80 blood slaves or 60 or something? Yeah, 81. So we need 162 blood slaves next month just to get 2 commanders out, which is fine. We can already afford that. Also want to forge a brazen vessel, probably. And yeah, besides that, I mean, it's the usual stuff. There's just a lot to see because there's just so much shite everywhere, you know? Still, let's see how this goes next turn. Saving up some gold too to keep putting down temples and make sure we can always get mages everywhere. We're getting a temple down in Trotton this month, which is nice. But I think that's everything we need to talk about. Next month our god will cast Foul Air, which I think is quite funny. We have some witches on their way down to the front line. They might just live in Cliff Coast and we'll use this province as a field hospital until we take another form. And whenever a commander gets diseased, they can just move back and sit there for a second. That'll be fine. Alright, gonna leave things there anyway. I might make a few tweaks this turn. It's like there's lots of little things happening. I might remember something else I need to do, but you know, that's probably it for turn 61 though. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.